ML Sports Take brought to you by Welch & Company Jewelers and Stanley Law Offices. Please like this video and subscribe to my channel. Yankees, Dodgers, New York City this weekend. Enormous stars galore. Ohtani, Judge, and all the rest. We'll see about the Juan Soto forearm injury news, but good grief, this brings up memories of Yankees, Dodgers, 40s and 50s and 70s and early 80s in terms of all of those monumental matchups and when it was the biggest thing you could ever imagine, right? Because you won your league, that was it. You went right to the World Series. You won the pennant, boom, you're in. Not wild card rounds and divisional rounds and ALCSs and all the rest. You won the pennant, bang, you're right into the World Series, and what a rivalry it was with Yankees and Dodgers. And again, one of those time periods where you had Snyder and Campanella and a million great players, Pee Wee Reese for the Dodgers, but they played in that era. They didn't have to deal with the Yankees, DiMaggio and Tabantel and Whitey Ford and Berra. Did the Dodgers win 7, 8, 9 World Series in the 40s and 50s? Probably. I mean, it would have been the Giants as their main rival, one of the great rivalries of all time in the National League. But you think about that, sometimes the era that you're in causes you to only win one or none. See Michael Jordan and the Bulls in the 90s with the likes of Drexler, Barkley, Miller, Patrick Ewing, Kemp, Payton, John Stockton, Karl Malone. None of those guys have, rings from that decade. I just think it's an amazing thing when you look back at the history, you look back at the matchup, you look back at all those unbelievable World Series games, the moments, Joe D, Mickey, Willie Mickey and the Duke in New York, of course, Willie getting his with the Giants in 1954. But would have been a great time to go back and watch, right? If you're in a time machine, that's definitely one of the things I would pick to go back and watch in sports. But as far as the current day here, the Dodgers, they're a great team, but I think most people, including me, thought they'd be even better. The back end of the lineup, not great. They're top heavy at the top four in terms of Mookie Betts, Shohei Ohtani, Freddie Freeman, Will Smith. After that, it goes down a little bit. The Yankees, we know, have been carried by Judge and Soto with a host of others playing fairly well, in addition to like Verdugo and Volpe, and the pitching's been obviously lights out as well. A lot better than the Dodgers, even though the Dodgers pitching has been stellar as well with Yamamoto added, Glass now added. We'll see what happens here, again, as I mentioned, with the Juan Soto forearm news, but you're holding your breath if you're a Yankee fan going into this series where the Yankees right now are one of the best teams in baseball. They just swept the Twins. They're hitting, they're pitching, the bullpen's lights out, everything going smoothly. Remember, a year ago at this time, same team, superstar Aaron Judge, the other side of the country, bangs into the wall, the toe, boom, season goodbye. And we'll see what happens with the Juan Soto thing, but it's just always something with this Yankee team with injuries. It's unbelievable. ML Sports Take here, brought to you by our good friends at Mars Motors, Cicero Golf Shop, and Welch & Company Jewelers. Shop the showcase today at welchjewelers.com.